The city lights blurred past as I settled into the backseat of the taxi. The familiar hum of the engine providing comforting backdrop to my thoughts. I had just finished a long day at work, and the weight of the world felt heavy on my shoulders as I gave the driver my address. I leaned back against the plush seat ready to wind. The driver, a ruggedly handsome man with a warm smile, glanced at me through the rearview mirror. "Long day," he asked, his voice smooth and inviting. I nodded, grateful for the friendly conversation. You could say that just looking forward to some peace and quiet. At home, as we navigated through the bustling streets, we chatted about everything and nothing. His name was Alexander. He had been driving taxis 4 years. There was something about him that drew me, in his easy laughter, the way his eyes sparkled with mischief. I felt a spark of attraction that I hadn't experienced in a long time. As we approached a red light, Alex turned slightly in his seat, his gaze locking onto mine. "You know, I don't usually do this, but I can offer you a little more than just a ride," he said, a playful grin spreading across his face. My heart raced at his words, a mix of excitement and disbelief. Was he really suggesting what I thought he was? Are you serious?" he asked, my voice barely above a whisper. He nodded, his expression earnest. "I can take you somewhere private if you're interested." The thrill of the moment sent rush of adrenaline through me. I knew it was reckless, but the idea of breaking free from my mundane routine was intoxicating. "Okay," I said, surprising myself with my boldness. Alex quickly turned the car down a side street away from the main road. My heart raced as we drove into a secluded area, the city lights fading into the background. He parked the car and the atmosphere shifted, charged with anticipation as soon as the engine was off. Alex turned to me, his eyes dark with desire. "Are you sure about this?" he asked, his voice low. I nodded, feeling a mix of nerves and excitement in an instant. He leaned over, the seat closing. The distance between us, our lips met in a heated kiss, igniting a fire within me that I hadn't felt in ages. The back seat of the taxi became our private sanctuary, a world away from the chaos. Outside, I felt alive as his hands explored my body, sending shivers down my spine. The thrill of the forbidden made every touch feel electric, and I surrendered to the moment, forgetting everything else. Time seemed to stand still as we lost ourselves in each other. The outside world fading away, the car became a cocoon of passion filled with whispered promises and stolen kisses. I'd never imagined I would find myself in such a situation. But the excitement of the encounter was exhilarating. Eventually, reality began to creep back in. I pulled away, breathless and filled with conflicting emotions. "What are we doing?" I asked, my heart racing. Alex looked at me, a mix of desire and concern in his eyes. "Just enjoying the moment," he replied, softly. As the night wore on, I knew I had to make a choice. I couldn't let this encounter define me, but the thrill of the experience was hard to resist. I took a deep breath, feeling the weight of my decision. "I think we should stop," I said, my voice steady, despite the turmoil inside me. Alex nodded, understanding, washing over his face. "I get it was a wild ride, though," he said with a smile, his charm still intact. We shared one last kiss, bittersweet reminder of the connection we had forged in that fleeting moment. As I stepped out of the taxi, I felt a rush of exhilaration mixed with a hint of regret. I had taken a risk stepping outside my comfort zone, and while it was a moment I would never forget, I knew it was time to return to reality. The city lights twinkled around me, a reminder of the adventure I had just experienced, and I walked away with a newfound sense of freedom. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Your support means everything to me and helps us create a space where we can share, reflect, and grow together.